And that should be that. All right. And thank you, motherfuckers, coming through. We are definitely, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the car mechanic is not open on weekends.
Right.
But I guess on Monday, yeah, we're literally going to go and just drop 50% of the payment.
Mm-hmm.
And then come the next Friday, we'll fucking, and that'll be 100% paid off. We go back in, change the tires, hopefully get the air conditioner fixed.
That would be nice.
Yeah, Phoenix driving in climate change ain't no joke. But you niggas coming through in the joint. What is this? Southern Comforts.
Okay.
Coming through in the joint. And left a note saying your tweets are fantastic.
Thank you.
Hitting niggas up. Natalie Loco.
Oh, also, just fun fact, if that's the person I'm thinking of who messaged me on Twitter, they ended their message with hashtag not me, us. Bernie Bros in the fucking house.
Jesus Christ. Comrade comfort. Our comrades should be in comfort.
Should.
There we go. I like how low my decibels are and but I did turn yours up and I didn't turn mine up. All right, we're gonna figure this fucking thing out over here. And making sure my microphone's even on at all. And Natalie Loco said, for the car, niggas. That's the actual message sent with it.
What? Yo. All right.
Kelly Loco came through. The homies from Australia. I'm literally looking at the pay. Because, like, I check these notifications while I'm on shift. I'm on, the 12-hour joint. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So I think there may have been a bit more. Of course, Mo Loco in Australia, always for coming in on 3 years now.
Damn.
And I think I've said it before now. I'll say it, like, fucking without Mo Loco and Laura Loco, Phoenix, her health would be worse. Which, imagine that. And she'd still be at that job in that office with those fucking creeps.
Yeah. Fucking weirdos.
My God.
Just coming in randomly to,
And Lisa Loco, old wine cellar nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And Phoenix Kalita, your little girlfriend, Tamsin.
Why you say it like that?
And Ryan came through up in the joint.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
and then the best part is I can actually get the temporary health insurance until all the paperwork clears. So guess who has 2 thumbs and is going to be back on her meds, which everyone is kind of excited about it, I think, because, yeah.
Yeah, and even going back, there's a Joel G came through up in the joint, right? Andrew S, Matthew B, Hope, I recognize, I've seen Hope, Naomi Loco, Janae, Elizabeth FK. Yeah, Trey, that's the thing. See, and I've been telling Phoenix this since, way back. Supporters are a lot more quiet than detractors. And Phoenix thinks that there's more hate out there than love when it comes to her content and the programming and shit that she says and writes. And it's like the supporters will just keep funding your campaign and keep mobbing and like your shit, while the people that hate you are going to be like, hey, look at him, can't stand him, feels good, problematic, god damn it. And it's like, nah, people are actually holding it the fuck down.
Yes.
And Phoenix Leader still with Swap. Got to start recording that Swapcast again, Miss Ma'am.
Yes, I know. I think I'm recording an episode tonight. I have plans with someone. So.
Why am I yelling? I've been in loud machine rooms all day. All right.
Because you always yell. That's what you do. You're a loud person when you podcast.
Yeah. But then when I do morning wine cellar by myself, I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right. All I got to say about that Little Mermaid shit is it's just hilarious hearing Tariq Nasheed talk about anything, especially partisan politics, because he doesn't know that shit. Mm-hmm. But Tariq Nasheed, noted nonpartisan black conservative. That should not be hard to understand, folks. And this is the toxic masculinity at work. He is so in it because, a lot of the homophobia with cis hetero men is more so being afraid that other cis hetero men will think you're gay. Mm-hmm. That's a heavy part of it. Know that.
Yeah.
And he pretended to not know the name of the movie The Little Mermaid and pretended to have it confused with My Little Pony. And the reason why is because, quote, I don't watch moist shit like that.
But it's also like, you have a daughter. Didn't you fucking watch shows with her when she was a child?
Not moist ones.
Not moist ones.
He may have watched, like, South Central or Boys in the Hood with her. Not no moist shit.
Oh, excuse me, but who on Boys in the Hood is going to teach her how to be a respectable female, cuz?
The woman that was raising the girl that went to college with Trey, that went to Morehouse. Yeah, that one, cuz.
That one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still stand by the reason that his daughter is not, like, getting into the family business is just because it would just be never-ending slut-shaming from his fan base. Like, that would be the ultimate trophy to get that fucking sex tape of Tariq Nasheed's daughter.
Yeah. And, I mean, but at the end of the day, Tariq Nasheed, he could say all he wants about white supremacy. His kids call a white woman grandma. These are the fact-based facts. Okay, we have a story to tell.
We do?
Yeah. And, about little young feller guys.
Yes.
Wearing skirts, and we accidentally stumbled upon a different story.
Yeah.
That we won't tell this story. I just thought it was interesting that, because they make these kids wear uniforms. I don't know if these are religious schools. I just know these are, like, UK
That's
folks.
just, I think, in general, it's just, uniforms are just mandatory across the board.
Oh, way to establish personality, fuckos.
So somebody was talking about this on Twitter because I was looking to see, you know, if anybody was saying something fun. And somebody was saying that, as a kid, they had to wear uniforms, and then when they had kids, their kids had to wear uniforms, and they talked to the school about it, and the school's literal reason was it saves times and helps kids get to school on time because they don't have a choice of what to wear.
I got to school on time. Really? They think that's why kids are fucking late for school?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
That's late. That's Republican lazy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not saying Democrats are the shit. I'm just saying Republicans are a special kind of lazy. But there's a different story that's not this one was some of those assumed cis boys. They have to wear long pants. That's the uniform. But climate change exists, and there was a heat wave, and you can wear skirts.
Yes.
Because it's a co-ed school, so they wore skirts. Fuck it, it's a heat wave. Like, the adults that don't want them to wear short pants shouldn't have supported the type of shit that would lead to climate change.
Yeah.
But now there's this story that Phoenix Kalita has from the mirror.co.uk.
Yes. And just because I'm amused. This whole thread, someone said, age 6 in the middle of winter, my daughter wasn't allowed to wear cotton trousers. She was forced to wear a skirt that exacerbated her eczema. Yeah, and then we're told they reduce lateness because children don't spend time in the mornings deciding what to wear. And then someone else said, well, it also avoids costly arms races to buy more trendy gear every year. What? Okay.
Arms races?
Arms races.
So buying clothes...
It's like stockpiling nuclear weapons, basically.
Yeah, that's what those are. I mean, I guess if they are girls' clothes that horrifically distract the boys, that is very nuclear.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's literally an arms race because they see the arms and the boys get distracted, and the next thing you know, they're looking at girls' kneecaps. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it is. Fucking sticky mushroom clouds everywhere. Jesus Christ. Stop setting off the boy bombs.
And the guy who said that, I just clicked his profile, Brexit. Pro-Brexit.
There you go. All right.
Yes.
So this one... We've tangented so hard we didn't even start the story yet.
I know. Okay, so boys can now wear skirts, and toilet signs are taken down as a primary school adopts a quote-unquote gender-neutral policy.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, doesn't the writing sound angry?
I can't tell if it's because they're British. I don't know.
I thought this cat was Irish.
Yeah,
because this is out in Dublin where this cracked
he
off.
is. Well, you know what? Actually, never mind. I'm looking at his last name. It's O'Callahan.
All
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it's because they're like non-American English speakers. I don't know. So St. Bridget's National School in Wicklow. Who the fuck came up with these names, south of Dublin, will also take down toilet signs to help, quote, children feel more comfortable. A primary school will let boys wear skirts after switching to a gender-neutral uniform policy. You know what? I bet you this is a conservative writer because they're not mentioning that because it's gender-neutral, that also means the girls can wear pants. There's not a problem with girls wearing pants, but there's a problem with boys wearing skirts.
There's a problem with girls wearing pants if you're Pentecostal.
If you're Pentecostal. Let's see. St. Bridget's National School has agreed to the proposal put forth by the Student Council. So, I mean, good student activism.
Hey.
The school will also take down boys and girls toilet signs as part of the scheme, because it's a scheme, which staff hope will let children feel comfortable. Under the new rules, pupils will now be able to dress in line with the gender they identify as, which teachers hope will make everyone feel more welcomed and accepted. It is thought many more schools across Ireland and England could now follow suit. Principal Marie Costello says some children are questioning their sexual identities from an early age, and the school wants to make sure everyone has a happy experience during their education. She told the Irish Times, quote, "If that means girls wearing trousers or boys wearing skirts, so be it. The most important thing is that children should feel comfortable and happy over how they are dressed." But you're still making them wear uniforms, though.
Yeah, that's the...
like, okay.
Right? Maybe just wear the skirt to break up the fucking monotony.
Right?
You're bored.
Oh, God, I hated wearing uniforms. It was the worst.
Man, never had that experience.
Yeah, I got to go to a private bougie middle school.
You got to?
I was forced to. Yeah, and it was uniforms, and it was just, ugh. All right, so from September, girls will be allowed to wear gray trousers, and boys will be allowed to don the skirt if they prefer. The head teacher went on to say that the reaction has been positive and heaped praise on the student council for their great work. She said, quote, "I'm proud of them. They did their research and surveyed pupils. They made the case to the board, who was fully behind them. The school will also be taking the gender signs off toilet doors." Yeah.
And if you look at the ages, again, man, like, it's the ages of who's coming into being in charge. And, of course, there's going to be sellouts and bootlickers. That's going to happen.
Right.
But fucking millennials are aging up to be in charge, right? Mm-hmm. Phoenix and I, we're 36 and 38 this year.
Yeah.
Right? Millennials are going into middle and upper management. Yep. As far as, like, just not just corporate shit, but institutionally shit like schools. Mm-hmm. And Generation Z is literally our kids. I don't have any direct offspring, but in the collective, Generation Z is literally our fucking kids.
Right.
Except for, those Generation Xers that are still cranking away. Yeah, man. So fucking, but I found what I was looking for. As soon as I started reading this story and saw that headline, I was like, there's gonna be people that are not fans of this here. For the folks that are looking at the YouTube video upload, you're gonna be able to see this Ein die Visual. And podcast heads, you will be able to hear this Ein die Visual. All right, and let's actually take a look here, get a little background on them, and the page is literally just called Irish News.
All right.
Which and I get it, like, this person's clearly an independent content creator. They are probably much like the wine cellar, because it appears to just be somebody at their house.
The gang rape of Liston Varna and humanity.
They didn't have to do that.
Should I be muting this one?
No, because it'll mute everything.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's rocking off that screen.
Okay.
Yeah, here, you could just throw this in there. It's on that side. All right. And now this person, they're coming at it from a neutral, nuanced perspective. Because they titled their video, "First to Ireland, now deviants in UK government want to indoctrinate UK kids in nappies with LGBTXYZ exclamation."
Dramatic as fuck.
And I swear to fuck, take away the accent, and this is like some fuck face in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, it's somebody who voted for Sarah Palin.
Yeah, Big Z, Timesy. All right, so now she's not just talking about this. Obviously, she's talking about the first Ireland. We know that's this story.
Yeah,
but it's even more with these deviants in the UK.
In the latest update from Crazyville here in the UK, today British politicians in Parliament will be discussing whether they have the right, not you, to decide what relationship and sex education advice your child will have in school. 106,000 parents have signed a petition saying that they...
What, 106,000 parents?
106,000 parents, it's all very traumatic. No, it's just funny that she's like, you can't decide what your kids like. Nigga, you don't get to go to fucking your kid's school and be like, new math, fuck you. You can't teach my kid new math. You can't fucking, say, oh, I don't like this reading. I don't like, what the fuck? You can't change any other part of the curriculum either. Like, what the hell?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. You didn't know that. That's why we need more charter schools. And we need more public funding for private schools, because it's not an oxymoron, it's freedom.
Thank you, Cory Booker.
I remember fucking, like, that was one of those ones, in my fucking mid-20s, voting against that in Florida, where, like, you fill in the bubble extra hard, like, motherfucker, fuck you. Voting against this.
Should be the ones who decide who teaches them, when and how they are taught about these matters. But the government Big Brother says it knows best.
The government Big Brother? Remove the accent. Sounds just like...
What did they say? Like, I know here libtard is like the go-to. What did they say there?
I don't know.
Somebody from the UK, help us out.
Yeah, somebody tell us something, man. Come on.
It wants to make its new relationship and sex education lessons compulsory by 2020, and they're already beginning to roll those in. Now, what it means for 4 and 5-year-olds in the UK is that...
All right. For 4 and 5 years old. Now, I like that she didn't say, and this is the part where it specifically says 4 and 5-year-olds. It just... Now, I set up that framing. Now let me tell you what the fuck I think.
And they're already beginning to roll those in. Now, what it means for 4 and 5-year-olds in the UK is that they will be taught LGBTQ issues, and they will be taught about transsexual relationships.
Now, that stuff, LGBTQ issues, generically speaking, right? This shit is really it's just history. It's American history.
I mean, but it's also like, what do they mean? Do they mean like, this is how, I'm sure it's not, but, because they're acting like it's, and this is how two cis men fuck. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're not discussing blowjobs. They're probably just telling you that queer people exist. And sometimes someone might identify as a different gender than what the genitals they were born with usually dictates. Like, that's not... You know what I mean? They always act like it's like so fucking like graphic, like, oh, they're gonna masturbate in front of the kids or something.
And that's because something that we've been saying on the Wine Cellar for a while now, the conservative mind projects, because that's what they think.
Right.
Right. And that's their... As soon as they see, a couple of woman ladies walking down the street, holding hands, singing "Do I did it dum did it do." Mm-hmm. They're just like, what the hell? What are they doing? Are they slamming their bumper cars together? What are they doing in there? Do they just take one big pair of underpants and jump in them together like a big old lady hammock? That's actually what we do. Yeah. I don't know. But also I don't ask because it's not in my fucking head.
Which, little side tangent. You know that Lil Nas rapper guy with that Old Town Road song?
Oh, and again, my bad, assumed cis. But, yeah, he's whack, but he makes conservatives mad, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So he came out as gay on the last day of Pride Month, last month.
In Twitter, right?
Yeah. But it's hilarious because that Old Town Road song, now a bunch of, like, hetero dudes are like, he's talking about fucking guys. And it's like, he's talking about horses. He's talking about literal fucking horses. But because now he's out as gay, they're like, he said ride till I can't ride no more. He meant gay sex because he's gay. And it's like, so apparently the gay agenda is a gay person saying something and then a hetero person sexualizing it for them and then blaming them for promoting the gay agenda.
Hey, so does that mean when DMX and the Rough Riders literally made multiple compilations called Ride or Die, and their name is the Rough Riders, and if you look at their music videos,
there's a lot of shirtless Negroes.
Sweating. Bumping chest hairs. See, that's how they think, right? I mean, and then take it out to the West Coast. When all them gangsters like, hey, me and the homeboys, we finna hoot ride. We finna ride till the wheels fall off.
Yes.
This is getting fun now. Oh man, I could go through so many fucking rappers and songs now. Oh my god. Come on, take a ride on that west side. Oh, the west side is a metaphor for something that you're riding on.
A metaphor for something. Come along with me on a fantastic voyage.
And then what was Dub C, Macton, and Ice Cube? They were the West Side Connection. Were they talking about docking?
Yes.
With the foreskin?
Yes.
That was the real.
Yeah.
And then the whole group of them was the West Side Connect gang. They really were riding.
Very active group of fellows.
Yeah, well, and you know what? And I'm down with them because one of the groups in it was actually called the Comrades. Literally called the Comrades.
Socialize the orgasms.
There you go. See? Got love from my niggas.
Oh, God.
It's a good old time. All right, let's check out this conservative mind projecting. So what does this mean for 4 and 5-year-olds?
Is that they will be taught LGBTQ issues and they will be taught about transsexual relationships. Now, this is before...
All right.
Okay.
See? Now, how would you feel if I came up out of my little wine cellar and went up to your 4 and 5-year-old and told them about transsexual relationships, which is so 80s.
Right.
And and I told you about them, about how they live together and share bills and help each other pick out groceries. And maybe they split up chores as to who's best at what and who's most comfortable with what.
So like a married couple?
No. Like a transsexual relationship.
So like a regular relationship?
No. And we're not just we're talking about modern day transsexuals. Okay? They share memes with each other.
The horror.
And laugh at them.
Wow.
Memes about cis people, which is a slur they made up for us. You didn't know that, did you? They call us cissexuals. These are the facts.
Hashtag the cis hets are not okay.
And then there's a funny thing to it. You can see her smirking.
Yeah.
It's like, you're so... They can't hide that they're faux outraged. Keep going, homie.
And they will be taught about transsexual relationships. Transsexual relationships. About transsexual relationships. Now, this is before they've ever really had a proper science lesson or a biology lesson.
Now, let me tell you something about when I was 4 and 5 years old.
Yes.
That preschool my biological mother sent me to, they were like, break out the Bunsen burners, you little shits. It's time for a proper science lesson.
But see, again, what did I say? Where they're acting like it's gonna be like, and this is how you masturbate, and this is how trans couples have sex, and this is how gay people, trans people exist. Like, your kids are gonna see trans people. Fucking stop it. Just fucking stop it.
They already have.
Right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because that's also something that's in the conservative mind, right? They're always thinking of the lack of privilege and what I hear folks refer to as not passing.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, and I remember, man, somebody really went on, like, and I remember I was like, holy shit, that's what they mean when they say phobic. Because the topic that some of the homies were talking about, you know, like leftist homies and, you know, trans homies and whatnot talking, and they were like, people would really freak out if they knew that you've shaken hands with a trans person or hugged a trans person.
Yeah.
But because they were passing,
right,
you didn't know. And somebody was like, that actually scares me. I don't like thinking about that. And I was like, but it was long though. It was like, and damn it, this was before I knew screenshots even existed. It was like 6 paragraphs though. Like,
I believe it though, because I remember like when the whole trans bathroom bills and what was that, Georgia or North Carolina?
Oh yeah, with the 12 Democrats that voted for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember people were talking about that on Twitter, like, bruh, you've already been in a bathroom with a trans person. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
And people were not having it. Like, they did not like when that got said.
Yeah, because let me tell you something, man. Transgender urine is not the same.
Different,
if you're in the bathroom with that,
it has glitter in it.
That's right. And you can't get glitter on your work clothes.
You can't get glitter on your work clothes. Wait, are trans people peeing on cis people in bathrooms? What is going on?
On holidays, yeah.
On holidays?
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. On all holidays of
all
every
holidays
religion.
Matter.
Yeah.
All holidays matter. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, how else are they going to get the glitter out there?
What?
That's how they stick their propaganda to you.
It is how they stick the propaganda. It is the gay agenda.
I think that we get the most ridiculous when we're making fun of transphobes, homophobes, and like.
I think we do.
We forget that we're trying to do a show and we just start talking to each other. Like I'm already embarrassed. I don't even want to look at how long we've been going. You realize we went 7 minutes before we even started the damn story.
This is why people like us. Oh, and speaking of the trans bathroom issue, a cis woman actually just got jacked up in a bathroom because someone thought she was a trans man because she was kind of butch.
Oh, you're forgetting the word again.
Again.
On that one.
Yeah.
All right, damn. Jesus Christ. Was that like in the past week?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Word.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'd be missing these shits.
It was during Pride Month. It wasn't like, it wasn't like a big story. I only saw it because someone retweeted it because it was the person tweeting about it. It was her girlfriend.
Word.
Yeah. And so she's like this, showing pictures of her face and stuff.
Oh, we have the one that you covered up with the 2 cis lesbian womans that got beat up by those fellers because they wouldn't performatively kiss for them.
Yes. And actually, they arrested another. I think I did an update.
Yeah.
Yeah, they arrested another suspect.
Yeah, it's on the website. It's posted.
Fucking teenagers.
Yeah, fucking. Man. Not all Gen Z is comrade. Some Gen Z is like. There you go. Like, that's why we want abortions.
Yes.
Really, really late term.
I'm okay with it.
All right, let's go. See, yeah, but I'm embarrassed on the time. All right.
And this is before they've had a chance to go out, run about, play, be a child.
I don't know if you knew this.
Because 5-year-olds have never been outside playing before. What the fuck? How are they even walking? Are they... What?
They're not.
They're not.
In the UK, 5-year-olds pretty much just post up. They're either in the womb or on the teat, just suckling about. And then when they're finally released out there, they have to be educated about transsexuals. Jesus. I feel like I'm mocking the show Pose when I say that shit.
Oh,
They say it on there still, but again, because it's
set in, like, the 80s.
Yeah. Well, this new season, they're going into 1990 now. And then when I think about that, I'm like, fuck, you know what? 1990 was only one day from the 80s.
Right.
So, yeah, go back and look at some of that fashion. Holy shit.
Woo.
What the fuck was with the neon green? What was What was the deal with neon green,
and
man?
Spandex.
Spandex.
Yeah.
Which just because they didn't have stretch pants figured out yet.
Right.
They were like, look, here's some, just you folks work with that. We're still in the lab. All right, here we go. She's gonna lace you up.
Or in fact, learn how to use a bathroom. Nappy nightmares. 70% of schools say kids are starting school in nappies.
What the fuck are nappies?
Diapers.
Wait a second. Did she say nappy nightmares?
Yes.
Is that like when tender-headed niggas have meat
I was
hair?
like, oh man.
Nappy nightmares.
Yes.
That sounds real different to my fucking black McMurrican ears.
Right? It's like, why does somebody have the creamy crack? What's happening?
Yeah, that sounds like the sadistic person is the only one left to braid your hair. And it's like, nah, Brianna, no. she fucks your shit up. Hey, yeah, I actually just said someone's real name, but yeah, she'll fuck your shit up.
She's one of those pulls that's super tight.
But it's so dope when she's done. Oh, big fat greasy braids. Oh, she leaves a lovely set of braids. But you fucking pay for that beauty. And I did a few times.
I prefer to pay money for my beauty.
I paid Brianna. I always paid for my braids.
Yeah, I'm tender-headed.
All right, let's see. Let's give her a running start on this thing.
Okay, also, hold up. You picked the...
Yeah, she's literally holding up a printout in color.
Which I would like to read when it comes back on the screen, because I saw something in it.
Oh, nice.
Bathroom. Nappy nightmares.
And also, 4 and 5-year-olds don't know how to use the bathroom yet.
Oh, wait till she holds the paper up. It gets better.
70% of schools say kids are starting school.
Look at that. With some as old as 9 still in them. They're fucking sending 9-year-olds to school with diapers on.
Yeah. What? Why wouldn't they?
Really?
You want them getting up and taking bathroom breaks and missing valuable class time? Is that what you want? Phoenix is trying to find the article that she's holding up.
Yeah, I am.
And it looks like she printed that shit out on nice paper too. Jesus Christ, she takes it. And it's funny how she has that. Is that the British flag in the background?
Yeah, the Union Jack.
Like, the way, just what she's talking about and having that giant flag, that really makes it, it's just like someone ranting in front of the Confederate flag.
Oh, yeah. So it's interesting. The people covering this are The Sun and the Daily Mail. So that's already, like, a certain level of indication. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Nappies. So our British government thinks that before a child has learnt to use a bathroom or be out of nappies, the most important thing is to make it compulsory that they learn about LGBTQ issues and accept the...
You should be potty trained by the time you're 9, unless there's some sort of serious issue preventing that. Like, she's trying to make it sound like they're such babies they can't even use the bathroom, but they're 9. They should be able to use the bathroom?
And it's like, if I may be crass here, when I was like fucking 6 and 7 years old, you know, now folks, remember, I'm an OG millennial, so when I was 6 and 7 years old, I was 6 in 89, 7 in 90. Times were different. There was this thing called the J.C. Penney catalog, and I kind of knew what the hell I was looking for. And I flipped through that thing until it got to the advertisements where you could... Oh, actually, it's a catalog, so it's shit you can purchase. But pictures of women in bras and panties. And then getting my little boners and looking at the pictures like, yeah, this is neat. And it's like... Someone might as well talk to me about fucking sex, because I'm already trying to see bodies with less clothing on them at that age. Like, deliberately trying to see that. So,
interestingly, I just skimmed this article real quick. So they're noting that there's a potty training crisis. However, do you know why? And no, it's not because of transsexual relationships. Apparently, the average age at which children are toilet trained has increased to 3.5 years old. Jesus, that's fucking old.
Them some big dookies to be fucking... Yo, those gotta be some gnarly diapers. That's big shit,
3.5?
Man. Yo, they're chewing at that point.
Nigga, I was like 1.5 years old. I was like, we're gonna start. By the time you're 2, I would like this to be in the can.
Wait, don't they have a full set of teeth at that time? Yeah, they're eating real food.
Yeah.
That's burger shit.
Yeah, the teeth start coming in when they're like, babies are like 1 year old.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So, yeah. So, see, she's trying to play this off like, think about the babies, but literally professionals are saying, no, y'all really got to start potty training your kids faster because it's causing problems.
Yo, and that's not... Hell, yeah, because if they're just sitting in the shit, that's... Yeah, they're going to get, like, fucking health trouble.
You get sores and stuff. Yeah, ew.
Jeepers, creepers, and chimney sweepers. I want to know what percentage of those... with this trend or you know,
Well, it's 1 in 6 children, so
1 in 6. Mm-hmm. I just want to know, what are the melanin levels looking at with this trend? What are they looking like? Somebody tell me something, show me something.
Well, the woman who is the expert who is quoted extensively in this article is a very blonde woman, so...
Remember, this thing that you clicked on was actually about school uniforms.
Yeah.
But this is how the conservative mind, she only went for 2 minutes.
Latest narrative on trans. Something is going very badly wrong here in Britain. Our kids are being indoctrinated in schools, and it's time parents stood up and made a stand. Get involved, get in your schools, get those letters in saying you do not want your child to be part of this mandatory madness. And perhaps before a child is indoctrinated into the latest trans thinking, they should at least be able to enjoy life or find out a few biological facts for themselves. Get involved, write to your school. Do not be complicit in the indoctrination of our children.
I mean, as a black person who was a black child, should I have been fucking forced to just learn about all these white people? I think that's a big problem with books. And it's made so much shit standard. Books, plays. All right, look. Shakespeare was not that fucking dope. He wasn't. Okay, I read the shit. Romeo and Juliet. Boring. That shit sucked. All right, these fucking... What are some of these fucking famous white man books that you just have to read?
Billy Budd, The Old Man in the Sea, Brave New World. That one was actually okay, though.
Yeah, okay, that didn't sound like it was... Is it worthy of it being institutionalized?
If you have someone who actually explains it to you, yes. But just for kids to read it, it's not like... There's a lot of nuances they won't catch, and that's just...
All right, well, consider this.
Yes.
I've never even heard of it, and what did I miss? Am I not functioning at all?
Let's see. I also had to read Siddhartha. I had to read Madame Bovary. I can't remember the one with the Okies, the family from Oklahoma that's like constantly being displaced because Dust Bowl shit. I can't remember the name of it now.
Yeah? Oh, but it was very important that you read it, though.
John Steinbeck, The Grapes of Wrath.
Oh,
yeah.
The Grapes of Wrath.
Yes.
My goodness, those wrathful grapes.
Those wrathful grapes. I had to read Upton Sinclair, The Jungle, which was awesome because it was pro-socialism and also incredibly fucking racist because the black people were the only people who were lazy at work.
But it wasn't like required reading?
Yeah, it was for me. But I took advanced English, and so it was like heavy with mandated reading. It was like every 2 weeks you had to have a new book.
I don't get, like, advanced English, why don't they just teach you more words?
They taught me Shakespeare words and
you use those words regularly?
Weird slang for people from Oklahoma.
Are those words that regularly hit your Twitter threads that get a lot of shares?
No.
No? Really?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not important.
It's almost like, yeah, the Old Man in the Sea, that piece of shit. It's a fucking, like, an entire novel about an old guy who goes out and tries to catch a fish and spends 3 days fighting with it. And then on the way back, sharks eat it, and all that's left is a carcass.
What do I need that for?
I don't know. But also, I just summarized it in 2 sentences. That was the whole book.
What's it? Moby Dick? Which I'm real tired of that title. All right, colloquialism should just be removing that, especially with you fuckers named Richard. Cut that out.
Yeah, Moby Dick. Yeah, you don't want to go hunt a great white whale?
No! I want to go hunt a great white male. Take him down. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of mandatory reading, and no, none of it was, like, life-changing or whatever.
Yeah. Shit, this just might be the whole damn episode. I really don't want to... Let's do it. Here, you want to click that back?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring us back.
Wait,
Let's fucking... I'm going to take a look at how long we've been going.
Oh.
So that I can be mad at myself.
Okay.
Because you made 23 notes. And we did
one story.
30. Is that 39 or 30 minutes?
39.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's.
Wait, but you have to play the Trump audio though, because it's funny.
The Trump audio.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing Trump audio.
Mm-hmm.
You've got. I think you're gonna have to tag the wine cellar because that's the one that I'm logged in with on this here.
Okay.
And I don't think. Yeah, this thing doesn't let me do the switch around like like this handheld smart device does. Yeah. So let's dig that up. Phoenix Collider found something where Donald Trump, and I could have swore I must have seen something about it, but with the hours that I'm working, I miss most of the things, and then I hear about the things, and I'm like,
oh cool, I love stupid bullshit like this.
And I miss it, and I do want to hear the shit.
If you manual laborers would work as hard as the owners, you wouldn't be so poor now, would you?
It's a strong argument.
It is a strong argument. Okay, you are tagged on the wine cellar.
Tagged on the wine cellar. Let me go to notifications.
Really?
Let's do the stuff and the things.
The stuff and the things.
All right, you want to bring the screen back?
Oh.
Bring it back one time for your main man, Trumpelstiltskin.
Army out of the
maybe.
Yeah, you got it. All right, Trumpelstiltskin breaking the game down.
in June of 1770.
Uh-oh.
1770.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is loading like shit.
That's booty.
Fucking Twitter. You fucking guys. Come on, Twitter.
I like how you're talking to it like it can hear you.
It can.
All right, Skynet.
What in holy hell? Yeah, this is really
The Continental Congress created a unified army out of the revolutionary forces encamped around Boston and New York, and named after the great George Washington, Commander-in-Chief. The Continental Army suffered a bitter winter of Valley Forge, found glory across the waters of the Delaware, and seized victory from Cornwallis of Yorktown. Our army manned the air. It ran.
Wait, they said they manned the air?
I think so.
Our army manned the air? Wait a second. Is that what the hell he said?
Let me see if I can find that. Yes. Yeah, actually, our army manned the air.
Wait, up here in the text it says man the amperts.
Oh, that's coming.
Oh, Jesus.
Our army manned the air. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Nigga. The airports? Did he say 1776, right?
He's talking about the Revolutionary War, yes. George Washington, fucking Betsy Ross, fucking Paul Revere. Benjamin Franklin.
Betsy Ross.
Yes.
Is that person that fucking, like, stole a black teenage girl's labor?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, for the McMurkin flag at the time.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, to my understanding, I'm not a big time researcher. I'm not a history buff. All right, folks. But to my understanding, yeah, it was a black teenage girl's labor that Betsy Ross stole.
Interesting.
Yeah, you might want to check that out. Fact check me on that.
Yeah.
You know, I could be wrong.
And Nike tried to put out Betsy Ross shoes on Colin Kaepernick, told him no, and everyone's like stressing out about it because racism.
Wait, which side of everyone? What everyone?
Oh, conservatives. The same people who burned all their Nike stuff and aren't supposed to care what Nike does anymore because they made Colin Kaepernick a spokesperson in the first place. Those ones.
You know what would be beautiful irony? And you know what? It's not even if they tend to have these crossovers. If it's the same ones who burned their LeBron James jerseys when he switched playing for his sports team.
Yeah.
And if those were also Nike.
That would be fun.
Yeah, because I remember
probably are.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I had Raiders and it was Nike. Yeah, let's take a look here, because Trumpelstiltskin is a wise bloke.
Ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do. And at Fort.
Why is he talking like that? Is this his new speaking style? Yeah, why is he singing to us? Don't don't try to Obama me. Remember when Obama tried to sing the TPP?
Yes.
I think it was that nigga Jimmy Fallon, one of them old Mark ass niggas. All right, let's see.
Forts it did everything it had to do, and at Fort McHenry, under the rocket's red glare,
Did he say McHenry?
Fort McHenry?
It's supposed to be McHenry.
And then he say the rockets led Blair? I don't know what he's saying because he's singing. Does he think he's fucking John Legend now? Is he gonna come out on auto-tune?
Nigga, oh no, nigga.
Let's hear that one more again.
Did everything it had to do, and at Fort McHenry, under the rocket's red glare, it had...
Under the rocket's red glare, okay. Wait, there were rockets in 1776?
Oh, that's just part of the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh.
You know, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, something through the night.
I don't memorize whack songs.
Our flag was still there.
I memorize dope songs, not whack ones.
Nothing but victory. And when dawn came, their star-spangled banner waved defiant.
I'm pretty sure that's the wrong war.
Wait.
I'm actually gonna Google it now. The Star Spangled Banner, I do believe, was written during a different war.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, the lyrics come from the defense of Fort McHenry, which was a poem written in 1814. Not 1774 or 1775 or whatever he said. So, yeah, it's totally not even, like, the same battle. I don't know. But there were airplanes. They took over the airports. I don't know. Uh-huh.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I think that should be about that, folks. Again, thank you, folks. I really got to look at the, I should take a look at the Patreon now, right? Because folks came through on the PayPal. We are going to be able to, because that's the way it works, is like, this car repair place that Phoenix Collider goes to, they're like neighborhood folks.
Yeah.
And they'll just let you pay your shit a little later. They know how it is.
Yeah.
And they the way they function like that, they are like what a lot of libertarians pretend capitalism is.
Ha!
Quite frankly.
Indeed.
Right, but yeah, folks came through, hit up the PayPal, and thugged it out real tough, and we're going to be in there. And when you add that on to... you know, what I'm pulling in with the overtime. Mm-hmm. And I got my little raise, 5%, you know, so
nice.
I'm Scrooge McDucking it, I think now. And fucking and no, it's actually still not a living wage. And fucking but then also since my raise was late, I'm going to get a small back pay check going back to I think it's January, February, March, April. I think it's May, going back to May. So I'll get a little back pay check along with it. But looks like we have a Nicole came through on the old Patreon Reno there. And who's that? Lola Phoenix. Lola Phoenix was that you two did an episode together.
We did.
Yeah, that was way back in the back.
I think we did 2 together, didn't we?
Who? Oh man, we've reached that point in Patreon where we're getting people that have funky dope names. Let me see what this says.
Oh no.
Edging Candy Tuft came through in the joint.
Okay.
Christine, I can't get my head off the Edging Candy Tuft. Yeah, man, folks are coming through on the Patreon, you know, and folks pledge, folks delete. Mm-hmm. You know, I never get mad at the delete. Because we may not be posting often enough, and I get that with the work hours, it can hurt the podcast. And if you are paying for something, right? You're not just donating to niggas, like you are paying. And if we're not coming through with enough of it, I understand the delete. Or also if we just say some shit and you're like, oh, fuck them niggas for saying that.
Right.
You know, we chose to say it. We made the adult decision. Mm-hmm. You know, so like I never get mad at the delete. You know, and there's always several of those. Mm-hmm. You know. And that's a fair deal. It's patreon.com/wine cellar media fund. The PayPal is paypal.me/Phoenix and William. Mm-hmm. Please, motherfuckers, be as safe as possible wherever you are. Phoenix is holding her smart device up. I was
just going to remind you, don't forget that our army manned the air It rammed the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do at Fort McHenry. Under the rocket's red glare, it had nothing but victory.
Rammed the ramparts. Like, see, and that just sounds like, see, back to the conservative mind projects, which is something we say on this program. And, like, again, that's like when, you know, a cis hetero male sees what he assumes to be two cis gay males strolling down the street, holding hands, saying do why diddy diddy dum diddy do.
Yes.
And he's like, they gonna go home and ram each other's ramparts.
Yes.
And you don't have to think that. You don't actually have to think anything. You realize that you are not required to react to the existence of gay. Like, relieve yourself from the post. It's over.
But how else can you take over the airports?
You have to get a time machine and go back to 1776 to do that, apparently. Jesus
And
Christ.
when dawn came, their star-spangled banner waved defiant. Ah, yes, the notorious Battle of Baltimore in 1814. Or the Revolutionary War, whatever. The same war. Same war.
I mean, or maybe Donald Trump is woke, and he knows that somewhere in a secluded area, black people had already made planes in airports, and the Wright brothers stole their ideas, and he's trying to bring light to that because he's woke Trump. Do not tell Katie Halper I said that.
Do not tell Katie Halper. I will hear about it. Well, I don't think your theory is correct.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's not woke. I think he's just not cognizant.
Not woke.
Not woke.
Fine. Phoenix Leader thinks that Trump is not woke. Tell Katie Halper she said that. All right.
Fine.
Fine.
All that's going to happen is I'm going to get back on Facebook and get Jew Belong ads again.
Woo!
I'm dead serious. I'm dead fucking serious. Anytime I interact with Katie Halper on any social media, I always get the Jew Belong Facebook ads. Every single time.
You know what? Fuck it. On the way out. And remember, you clicked on this because skirts and trousers and all that, love. But something interesting at work, right? Remember, something else that we say in the wine cellar, aside from the conservative mind projects, is in the class struggle, there's two types of people, bootlickers and comrades. So at the factory I work, there's first, second, and third shift. And folks have been, there's been murmurings about some wrongdoings on third shift. And the folks that, those of us that work on the floor know. I work on first shift, and I know. And I'm black and born and grew up in McMurrica on the West Coast, the Northwest. And this other cat is a white nigga who's, he's old. He's like from the beginning of Generation X. He's an older cat, and he's a white cat, college, PhD and all that, but you know how you're rewarded for that. He gets paid almost about maybe like $2 more than me an hour.
Yikes.
So he's been rewarded for earning that PhD. And then there's this other cat, now it's three of us in this conversation, who's from Mexico, lived out here probably, a little over 2 decades, Gen Xer. And all of us were just like, when they questioned us from upper management, we're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then finally, the white man just said, I'm not going to snitch. They could ask me all the questions they want. I'm not going to snitch.
Comrade.
2 types of people in the class struggle. All right? And even though I'm black, I know damn well Zerlina Maxwell is not comrade.
Yep.
All right. And that'll be that. Obviously, we are the Negrotarian anti-capitalist with the podcast that you've been looking for. Hope you found it through search terms. Hope we're covering shit that you dig, right? Trans rights, sex workers' rights, labor, white-on-white crime, Becky Lives Matter. Very important stories. All right. What? Vans and vodka.
in Florida.
And a bicycle.
Whew.
I think all that was that was
all one story.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Not as good as the booby traps.
That's the one I was like, she's gonna say it. Say the booby trap story. Holy shit! Someone was getting chased by a runaway bathtub.
Like, what is the fucking Indiana Jones shit?
Yeah, the motherfucker had a shotgun hooked up to a wheelchair, hooked up to the front door opening. What's happening? That was a great one. Mm-hmm. All right, we got to get the hell out of here. Might pee on a cop's leg and say fuck Trump. Also a great white-on-white crime story. Whew. Yeah.
I'd say you jam one of these in the back of a white man's skull, twist the handle like so, and then your blood runs out through the hole here.